動きとろすぎっすよ。もっとスムーズにやってくださいよ。あ、無理っすか。童貞だ。
You know, with the increase of anime second seasons, things like Don't Toy Me and Miss Nagatoro as the clip you just saw, or things like I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. Anime that aren't necessarily bad at all, but they're more of like the wholesome side of things. The things that you could watch, you probably wouldn't remember at all, but they're not bad in any way. You could probably recommend to somebody just to watch it for fun. Now, with that being said, because of all of these new second seasons, I'm starting to wonder what makes a good anime qualify for a second season. And so, I went to Google, as any other weeb with no life would do, to find answers about an anime about characters that do not exist. First anime we're gonna do is Miss Nagatoro. Miss Nagatoro. Now the question is, why did it get a second season? Or how did it get a second season? And I scrolled and I scrolled and I scrolled and I scrolled, and it's just saying the release date and that it's confirmed and that it's gonna come out on the 7th, which was like 4 days ago. And I'm sitting here and I'm all like, why do anime get second seasons? So I searched that up. I can't type at all. Nice. And the first thing that came up was this query, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I pronounce it wrong, don't tell me in the comment section. Thanks. And I'm not going to read every single one of these, but the first one's saying financial backing, which basically summarizes that making an anime doesn't get you a bunch of money just because. Even if it's a business doing it, a company doing whatever, you're not going to get much like anime being sponsored by a company for the sake of earning profits. That's just not the case. Now, of course, there are some good cases coming in where like things like I said, MAPPA earlier, can pick up an anime or any other popular studio, but that's pretty rare. And anime already is popular in manga, or they see potential, or whatever. Another thing being is the source material itself isn't actually that far from the anime. And because of this, you know, anime might make their own ending, and people reading manga, as most people that do read manga, be ready to fight all the anime watchers and all the anime creators, because it's like, why the hell did you make this amazing manga not to even adapt it? That's another reason why most anime don't go very well. And then another one could be, you know, not liking the anime or the manga or the source material at all completely. Like they say that seasons 1 and 2 in the anime did really well. The light novel saw a very good boost in sales. It even had a live action movie, and there's a lot of those, way too many it seemed. Unfortunately, there's probably something they did wrong, whether it be a war, comment sections don't like each other. You know, there's things like My Hero where everybody's trying to ship Deku and Bakugo for some reason, or everybody's mad at the animation, and my guy, the person who made My Hero, he is stressed the hell out. And that actually goes straight into the next point, which is canceled source material. Which a good example, which I actually didn't know this, I saw this from this and researched it afterwards. Anime called High School of the Dead. If you never heard of that, really popular. I guess it's considered ecchi. I want to say it's ecchi fan service type of anime. Pretty good one though. But it didn't get a second season, even though it was, as it says here, and I do like it myself, it was a really good anime. It sold really well. It didn't like do bad. It reached a really good point where everything was good. The manga sold, the anime sold, everything was good. But then the author said he reached a point where he couldn't think of anything. Basically, the author reached a writer's block wall and the series was canceled. Which in my mind, that gives me the, if they can't give us any more for this anime, we gotta get them out of here, basically. So that could be another reason why a lot of these animes just shut down, or it seemed that like when they had 12 episodes, the 11th and 12th is literally like a whole season being combined into one and for some reason, which is, that could be a good reason. So going back to the first reasoning with Don't Toy Miss Nagatoro, it could be that one, it sold really well, the manga and the anime, and two, anyways, and two, they had actual story to go off of. Maybe, I'm not sure where the manga is, I'm not a manga reader myself, but I would assume that the manga is really far, or further at least, than the anime itself, so that's probably a really good reason. And then of course, it must have had good selling or whatever. And then the last thing would be the endings and stories. And this one comes up when I think of Attack on Titans. When I think of fans being mad at Attack on Titan ending. I heard that the people that like Attack on Titans, not everybody, I like Attack on Titans. I couldn't care less about how it ends. Not in the case that like I don't care, but I'm not gonna get mad at the creator. He's doing his best. It's a great show. Whatever. Actually, let me see what it says. It says, why are people upset about the ending of Attack on Titans? The final chapter of the manga implies a bomb will destroy Parides and that the curse blah 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 blah. And people don't like how the author is gonna, what's the word, end the story based off all the stuff that the characters went through. But in my mind, I feel like there's not many ways you can go. And no, this video isn't about Attack on Titans, but it's just to say that like endings can't be amazing. They can't be perfect. So you just gotta get over it. Like, just get over it. And yet, because of this, if let's say 50% of the people like this one show and then the ending is horrible, their drops can just go skyrocket down, and that's horrible. I mean, look at what was it? The Walking Dead. There we go. When I'm not gonna say any spoilers if you ever do want to watch that one day or some crap like that. But I remember when The Walking Dead had ended, or not ended, sorry, when they made certain decisions or killed certain people, half their freaking fan base left. I mean, I personally left after certain people died or certain people were reintroduced. I was like, what's the point of watching the show? I mean, like, not to be over dramatic, but what is the point of watching the certain shows if they do certain things? It just defeats the point. Yeah, so that could be another reason. So we get a decent idea of what makes or breaks an anime. Now, I am also curious to see what actually is the selling point. Like, when I look at how many copies did Miss Nagatoro sell, and we're also gonna look at how many copies did Naruto and One Piece sell in 2023, because now I'm kind of curious. Oh my god, I saw millions. It said millions. Okay, interesting. As the release of the 15th volume of Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro manga in Japan today, the series has printed physically and sold digitally over 3.5 million copies. Interesting. That is very, very interesting. Huh. That's very, 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 very interesting. So now I'm curious to see what a big show, like one of the big three, or two of the big three, would sell. Oh my god, 500 million! Holy crap! No, I don't care about your ad. No, don't disable my ad. Back to me. No, I don't want to see it. Yeah, continue. Okay, anyways. Demon Slayer coming in at number 10 out of 10 with 150 million sales. That is insane. I've never even heard of this anime, but 156 million sales. Oh my lord. Slam Dunk with 107 million. I never watched it, but I definitely heard of it. 176 million with Blackjack. Huh. Wait, why is it 7th place? Oh no, I get it now. I was about to say something really stupid. Doraemon, which is basically Pokemon. 250 million. Oh my god. Detective Conan, 250 million. 250 million for Naruto. There's certain things that was tied with them. Huh. Interesting. Go 13 sold more. Dragon Ball sold more than Naruto as of this article. And then there's One Piece with 516 million. Now I'm also kind of curious. Let me have like some actual like numbers to see how this stuff works. Don't Toy Miss Nagatoro sold with 3.5 million copies and has plenty of source material to go off, meaning that they have the, support to go off. Now I'm curious to see an anime that was good, people liked, had a fan base and everything, but did not get a second season and probably won't. We'll think of an anime like No Game, No Life. How many copies did it sell? And we'll also search up, why didn't No Game, No Life get a second season? Because now I'm kind of curious. Oh wow. No Game, No Life light novel, blah 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 blah. See if I can find it. This is just like the fandom thing. Yeah, I mean, so how many volumes did it get? Why did they stop making it? Though it's still popular, especially in its original light novel form. No Game No Life got only 1 season. The reason for this likely has nothing to do with its popularity, and instead items from a lack of source material to continue the show. Interesting. Which actually goes off the same exact fact. I think I closed the window already. But it goes off the same exact fact that like sometimes they just don't have enough material to cover. They run out of ideas. Huh. That's actually pretty interesting, to be honest. It said it was reported in 2017 that it printed over 3 million copies, which Toy Mizaki Tutorial only sold 3.5 million, meaning that it could have got another one, but they just didn't have ideas to continue it. And another thing would be, when anime sells a lot, has the source material, how can it still do bad and, you know, not have a good thing? Like let's look at The Promised Neverland. That one got a 2nd season, and I wasn't expecting it to be honest, or at least not anytime soon. And it got one. The Promised Neverland. Why was 2nd season so bad? Because this one was a good example of sometimes you just shouldn't do it. You just shouldn't get it. They said that the pacing was rushed. It was barely resembling original freaking masterpiece at all. Basically, they went off of the story, did something else, a completely different ending or change ending. They skipped too much of the source material to the point where us anime watchers that don't read the manga, I didn't even know what was happening. Certain arcs and things like that that were going on, there was no one had any idea, to be honest with you. The Norman, the ace of the story and a promising character of the story in season 1, bore the brunt of this wildly unappreciated development. Like, why the hell was he like? I'm not gonna spoil it, but like, why the hell was he changed completely? It was just so weird. It was so weird. It failed badly to live up to the potential of his 1st season, which totally makes sense. So if I had to come to the conclusion today to decide what makes an anime a good anime get a 2nd season, it will have to be plenty of reasons, being how many copies did it sell? Do they still have source material to even get to a 2nd season? Did they have the animation studio to do it? Is the animation studio, are they going to change the ending? Did they change the ending? Did they change anything beforehand? Because we have plenty of anime, like once again, No Game No Life, that did amazing, but they just didn't have enough source material to go off of. They just, I'm out of ideas, guys. Simple as that. That's what happened. Honestly, I liked my find, to be honest. It was not a bad one. I'm what's the word? I'm satisfied. There we go. I don't want to make this video too long. It's 12 minutes and counting at this point, but we can definitely say that we have come to the conclusion. If you're watching 12 minutes into this video, what are you doing? Just subscribe. You might as well. Like, just be my best friend. Like, come on. You know you want to. You know you want to.